What does Ron Burgundy do when he's warming up on the thing?
Brew Happy!
We're the longest running beer podcast in the Pacific Northwest. Why wouldn't they be listening to us?
So many different beers! I got you something really good and really delicious.
Oh my God. You listen to the Brew Happy show, so do I. Do it.
It's not about the beer. It's about the beer.
Oh yeah, that's Brew Happy.
Hey, thank you for tuning into this Brew Happy radio show. I'm the voice of beer, and this is our weekly podcast about the craft beer industry and the wonderful people involved. Thanks for tuning in. Joined here at the wonderful and illustrious 106-year-old homebrew supply store, F.H. Steinbart, joined by Mark Gillette and, of course, my crew, JP the Champion and Fitzmagic.
You know, if you hadn't started the show with your giggles, you would have remembered how to say the opening lines in order.
No,
that's okay.
I did say them in
All right.
order.
You were bashing me behind the mic.
You're just
That's
upset
fine.
because I didn't introduce you first, but I'm doing it differently this time.
You never introduced me first. You always introduced John first.
Well,
But you fumbled because
like
you...
I said before the show, every opportunity to talk, you will take it.
I did not.
Mm-hmm. You just did.
No, you did.
Did you not interrupt my intro?
No, you were
once
done.
again?
You were done with your intro.
Oh, I was?
Yeah.
Thanks for making that decision.
You
I'm only the host of the show.
You
Lieutenant
introduced
Nyaki.
you introduced everybody on the show and where we're at. Done.
Mark, you see what I have to put up with here? Do you have any employees that are insubordinate?
Not currently, because I let them go.
Oh. Were you
Mark looks overjoyed by that statement. Hold on a second. Let's
Wait a minute.
Let's talk about it,
Yeah,
Mark.
let's do a deep dive on that.
What happened?
No.
Okay.
Do we want to talk about
He
it?
doesn't want
Not
to
at
talk
all.
about that.
Is production moving forward now?
I'm sorry.
I don't know. Production.
Yeah, we should be.
Okay, good job.
They're productive now.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
They're not a brewery. They're a brewery supply store.
They are, and
They're not doing production.
They are the oldest.
Yeah,
in the-
106 years. I think they get a pro spell for that,
They do
producers.
indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations. You guys do have a formidable array of brewing equipment. And one of the cool things that I was talking to myself and you noticed I was talking about was you have other brewing things. You can make your own Mexican cheese and yogurt, your own hot sauce, your own tepache, among, of course, beer.
Mm-hmm.
What led you to sauerkraut, kimchi? What's with the brewing of a different trade there? There's pickles. I see pickles.
I see it as fermentation.
Have you made pickles before?
I have not.
There's a police officer outside. It's Portland.
Oh, no, it's the security that comes and drives by and checks on things.
Wonders why there's cars in the parking lot after it's closed.
Oh, no.
Womp
Yeah.
womp. Yeah, fermentation.
Yeah, it's fermentation. We're primarily known as beer, then cider and wine.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a short step there to, hey, someone's coming in with someone to do beer stuff. Maybe they're into cheese.
I like it.
You know?
Yeah.
So we have
That is pretty
cheese, food fermenting.
It's not a
gotten
huge
popular.
leap.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Do you have people that come in and they brew like more than one thing, or do people that brew a thing usually stick to that thing?
The people that are not doing beer, so there's more people that try cheese and try, like we have vinegar mothers, so people
Right.
make vinegar.
Okay.
So if your partner's making beer and it goes south, well,
Now you make
turn it
better-
into malt vinegar.
There you go.
right?
And you know what? It goes
Ah.
great on fish and chips. There you
It
go.
does.
That's a good.
Mm.
He knows firsthand
Yeah.
experience.
Some mistakes can be delicious.
Mark has probably made a few bad beers and went, well, we're going to be
Why would you presume that?
Everyone makes a few bad beers.
That's pretty rude. I've never made a bad beer.
Sure you haven't.
I've made a beer that wasn't the way I wanted it to be,
Not necessarily bad.
but I've never
Here's the
drank.
question.
I've never
It
made
wasn't
an
what he
undrink-
expected it to
I-
be.
Yeah, no beer I have ever made has been undrinkable. It has been
Mark, I have
I
unexpected.
have not had that situation either, but I know of other people.
I was going to say, yeah, it does happen. Okay, fair enough.
And I've talked to customers desperately trying to save that 5 gallons. And
No.
Yeah.
you
Now,
know,
gonna
most of the
happen.
time, it's the best thing. possibly is to go distill it.
Right. There you go.
Here you go. Well, we are here at FH Steinbart. It's closed, so we're hanging out. It's
after hours.
private party.
Don't come at 7 o'clock
Don't
and
come knock on my
expect
door.
to do a podcast with Mark Gillette or anybody here at Steinbart
This is true.
because they will not unlock the door.
But
There won't be anybody here to do that.
no, we do have beers though. We brought our own beers.
That's right. We did bring beer, and I actually so I have a couple that I brought.
Yeah. I brought a couple too. I think you brought one more than I did since you have 4 and I brought 3.
It's possible. So
But I brought some weird shit.
the beer that I'm drinking is called Thorn. It's a lager from a place called The Vale Brewing.
Is it a picture of my face on the can?
It weighs in at 5% ABV. And the interesting thing about this is, it was brewed in Richmond, Virginia. So this is an East Coast beer. It tastes delicious. It's got some really great, lighter notes, and it's malt forward, and yeah, it's a very approachable beer. One of the things I think
How
is
approachable?
well, it's sitting here in front of me, and I'm drinking it.
I mean, would you approach it on the street?
Yeah, I'd be like, "Hey, beer, get in my mouth."
All right.
Would you try a line on it?
So
Would you throw it $1?
the Vale has 3 different locations: 2 in Richmond, Virginia, one on Belleville, and one on Forest Hill, and then another one in Norfolk, Virginia, on Colonial Avenue. So this is a pretty established place, and it looks like they have some pretty rad merch. I'm really appreciating the color palette there.
It's
Some
nice.
very rustic notes, and then look at that shirt.
The Veil.
The Veil. It looks like it came straight out of Metalocalypse. Actually, the guy wearing it even looks like he's in the band Metalocalypse. So, 2 thumbs up for this guy. Now, this brewery kind of does farmhouse beers as well. So I don't know if they're kind of doing a sort of a Commons theme thing for those of you who still remember that spot.
What was that?
The Commons?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, stop it. But yeah, so as far as lagers go, this is pretty tasty. And now I brought another one that I want to talk about for just a quick moment. This is called the Fair Isle Lager. And this actually is in the Pacific Northwest. This is brewed in Fair Isle Brewing, Seattle, Washington. And they're a newer brewery. They also specialize in farmhouse ales. But this is their, we're doing summer batches right now. So this is what I'm going to be having after the break. This is the Fair Isle Lager. So we'll touch a little bit on them and what I learned about them on their website after the break. What about you guys? What are you drinking?
I am drinking something that a beer fairy dropped off at my front door earlier this week.
Oh.
It is a collaboration between Fort Side and Irrelevant Beer.
Oh, it looks very blue.
Both out of Vancouver.
Yeah.
The beer is called Frigid Bliss, and it's a cold IPA with Simcoe and Nelson.
Oh.
6.2%. It is a delicious beer, and it's very nice hop flavor. Develops nicely across the whole front to back. It's got some tropical notes to it. It's
The
pretty
whole
good.
front back?
Front to back.
Okay.
The palate, sir.
Yeah.
I'm only going to have a little bit because I've already had one of the 4-pack already. This is the second, but anyone else is more than welcome. But I also brought a
okay.
couple other things.
You just make sure you pump the brakes there. You were slurring your words before the show.
That's not true.
Mark?
I'm more than coherent.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Listen, guys. Listen. I also brought a couple of fruited things.
Fruited.
Fruited.
Okay.
You want to see?
Yeah.
I don't know. Can we see on radio or
Yeah.
podcast?
Yeah.
Well, you guys can see.
Yeah, you just have
We're
to
going to
describe
visually
it.
describe it to the consumer of the ears.
That's a change for him.
Yeah.
You know I'm old because I was
Yeah.
talking about radio.
This can has a sunshine on it with flowers. It's called Summer Sidekick, and it is from our friends at Brothers Cascadia, and it is a raspberry sour ale.
Oh.
That
I
has
definitely want to try that.
that's been sitting in my fridge for a little bit of time. But it's a sour ale, so I know it won't go totally bad.
Okay.
Also, recently we went to Function PDX.
Yeah.
Dewey Beer was there last month.
Hell yes, they were.
Next week we're going to be there hanging out.
That's right.
For Beer Zombies out of Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, we're gonna be there for Doodle Bug Night or Noodle Doodle.
You sent the email. I don't know what you said.
Something.
You
Doodle
look it up.
my noodle.
Something about Doodle Noodles.
You want a canoodle?
Let me refer back to the email.
You look at the email while I tell you the beer I brought because it's one that you were very interested in
Oodles
as
of
well
noodles.
as John was very interested in. And this is the Dewey Beer Strawberry Pretzel Salad. This is the beer with strawberries, vanilla, and sea salt, and it's made out of Milton, Delaware from Dewey Beer. It's a goose. It's a goose. So we're going to try that at some point during this show.
Ah, hence the salt.
The salt. So, yeah, I've got some fruitiness. I've got some raspberry and some strawberry. And we're going to get some fruit salad. Yum, yum. What was
Doodle Dome?
Doodle Dome?
Doodle Dome.
That was my name in high school.
So, I don't want to know why.
Yeah.
Probably because you spent a lot of time alone.
You probably have to look at the yearbook.
Doodling?
So
Probably.
Doodle Dome is an event that's going to be going on next week on the 26th when we
Tell
are
us
at
more.
Function PDX, and that's what I know.
God damn, man.
Do you know what a
you're
Doodle Dome is?
wealth of information.
Yeah.
No.
That
I was
okay.
really
It's-
hoping you would just give us the whole rundown, but
Yeah,
nope,
yeah.
we're going to wait till next week.
I didn't get a rundown.
You didn't
He said
go-
we are going to be doing our event alongside a Doodle Dome event. A Doodle Dome is a spherical Etch-a-Sketch.
Whoa.
Yes.
You got to be real high for that.
I mean, that's
Fair enough.
not how we get down on this show.
Okay, imbibed. John, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a beer from Ogo Pogo Brewing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where the
So-
hell's that?
So I went and picked up something over at Beer Mongers. Remember how we used to play this game, Has He Drank It Yet?
Oh, I do remember that. Game.
Yes, and so I'm bringing it back. And so the way the game used to be played is every week I would try to come up with a beer that John hasn't drank yet. And more than half the time, I would actually be able to track something down. Now, half the time, I have to be honest, I'm asking the staff at Beer Mongers,
What's new?
What's new?
That
Has
we've never
John
had
been here this
before.
And
week?
has John
Been here in
yet?
the last 48 hours.
Yeah. So that's a lot. Has a lot to do with my strategy, and obviously I'm not going to go screen people in Vancouver stores to
should.
pump them for information.
You should.
But so about two out of 3 times I'd usually get something good, and I think I won this time. What do you think, JK?
Yes, I have not had this before.
Okay.
They're out of San Gabriel, California.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce that first word.
Bhakti?
That's how you say that?
Becky, Bheki. It's a West Coast
It's
IPA
a female's name.
by Ogo Pogo Brewing. Double dry hopped with Citra, Simcoe, and Mosaic.
So this was she was asked by the king to be his wife. She had one condition: to never show her a drop of water.
Oh.
Enraptured by her beauty, he agreed. One day, having grown tired, she asked for water, and the king presented it to her, and she sank out of sight.
Oh.
Just as the sun sinks below the water to the horizon.
Oh, wow.
A frog symbolizes her as well as the sun sitting on the horizon. Special. And it's too bad because the beer's not that great.
Oh, burn! Great lore,
Yeah, well,
but it falls short of spectacular.
But it's double
Well,
dry
here's the
hop.
thing: is she does they do a bunch under her name, so I'm sure some are good. This just one's not one of them.
Okay.
I want them that blue can down there.
Yeah, hand him that.
Wow.
That's to share.
The gauntlet has been thrown down.
Oh, Mark, did you
Other
lock the
people
front
can
door?
try to.
No.
Oh,
It's okay.
fair enough.
And I have not had that beer though.
Fire
before.
code, buddy.
What?
Fire
I
code.
have not had that
Oh.
beer. Well, the question is, have I had
Oh,
a beer
yeah.
from that brewery before? That's the question. What do you think? How do you go
Ogo Pogo? Oingo Boingo?
go?
They're like this.
Brewery?
They're like the same.
They're not.
There we are.
They're similar.
They're from Southern California.
It's true.
Okay.
Maui Wowie, kind of same thing.
What?
I have not had a beer from them ever.
There you go.
Of any
Aha!
about that. They're 8864 Commercial Avenue,
I'm 2 for 2.
San
He
Gabriel,
hasn't
California.
even
What,
had
in
a
a
beer
decade?
by this brewery.
Well, I guess they did. They won a medal in 2019. They found it in 2018.
Wow.
So it's possible.
So they won. They've been winning. They're award winning right out of the gate. That's
They won
pretty,
one. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
They won one. That's it.
There you go.
Yeah, you know.
I get a little bit of aroma off of it, the Simcoe and
Yeah.
stuff, but it's faint, and
Yeah,
I'm wondering if this is
Old.
a little bit old.
Right.
Mark, what are you drinking? Not what you were drinking.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the thing: is I looked at other ratings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're not getting good ratings, huh?
no,
Not in that one anyway.
not that one. Anyway.
I don't look at ratings.
Oh.
I just drink beer.
I look at the
You
bottom
judge
of
with
the
your
empty
tongue?
glass.
Yes.
Nice. What's in your glass there?
I got a little Von Ebert Pils,
Okay.
German style.
I like the
Peanuts.
branding
The
there.
Pils.
It's a big
Yeah,
yellow
with the
can.
boar,
Yeah.
which is on everything.
Das War.
Little aquamarine.
I like how it has their medals on there too.
Yeah, I like that they're placing their little seal.
Their,
that they
their
have the
World
medal.
Beer Cup,
World
their
Beer Cup.
GABF.
Is that a GABF?
Put it
Yeah.
right out there.
Yeah. Well,
Don't
I
be
mean,
shy.
They've won a few, so
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, what's
Well, that's
what's
important.
not to like?
Well,
Especially if you've recently won those awards.
like a couple months ago.
You want to let
Yeah.
people know they're drinking an award-winning beer
Yeah. That's
by
fair.
an award-winning brewery.
Yes.
When are we gonna have Sam and or Maddie back on? We should do that soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Along the variable list of other people that we should have
Oh
on
my
the show.
God. Yeah.
You should go
it's a lot of
to
lot of
the-
schedules.
What is it? Glendover. Is that what it's called?
Glendover.
I was there a while back.
It's good stuff.
Did some disc golfing.
Oh yeah.
Said, let's go
I
have some
don't-
lunch.
I don't know
And
if
Maddie
that's-
was in the brewery
she
running
was.
the clean
I don't
place
know
cycle.
if they do disc golf there.
Yes, they do.
No, they apparently they do.
They
I
do.
was disc golfing somewhere else, and we were done. And I said, "Hey, let's figure out where to go get a beer and lunch."
Oh,
I was like, "Oh,
really?
Because
Because I went disc golfing there not that long ago, and these guys in golf carts and clubs came up to me, and
They
were
probably
like,
started chasing you. It's
"Hey,
different.
You can't do that here."
youngsters,
I was like,
get off
"What?
my
It's-
grass!"
It's all golf, right? I mean,
Yeah, they
you
do.
guys can play through if you want.
But they do have disc golf events there.
Oh,
They do.
They
and
really do.
They do have the cages. And
Well-
there might be certain days that
Yeah,
you can
there's-
disc golf. I
yeah.
don't know.
apparently they didn't know that because they were very confused why I was playing disc golf
You
there.
know, you should have done. Hucked a disc at him.
Well, I didn't want to be antagonistic.
I'm sure you could have.
never.
I'm sure you could have gotten one off before they could tee up a ball and strike it at you.
I'd be interested in trying disc golf there, but
Yeah,
I'd.
I'm pretty quick.
I'm
spry.
Oh, are you?
I'm not sure about playing on a course with golfers.
Ah,
It feels a little uptight there.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's you don't do it at the same time.
That's why I like disc golf. It's very relaxed.
I've been out to Dabney.
Ooh.
Good course out there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I did not play much this summer, but
Ri-
it was my goal to play a lot. So
Ryan, are we
I
keeping
have
you
to
up?
redo that.
Did you
But yeah,
need
he's
to-
sitting there yawning.
right into the mic.
What's going on here?
Is the show boring you?
We're not talking about beer anymore.
All right. You
That's
can,
We were talking about disc golf, but
Yeah.
hey, let's get back to Von Ebert. Cheers to Von Ebert,
There we go.
Sam,
You
Maddie, and the rest of the crew.
feel free to turn your head when you do that.
Rocking it
I
hard.
didn't mean to. It was unintentional. We do have a great show for you. Lots of news, lots of fun things, lots of beers to try, and I think we might have some whiskey later as well. So stay tuned for that.
Oh, wait.
But before we do,
Whiskey? We never have whiskey here.
We haven't even talked about the whiskey that we're going to have.
that's because it's not the time for
It is going to be the time soon.
Not now, though.
But I do want to thank our listeners and let them know how they can help support the show. We do this show for you, and we
For me?
broadcast wherever podcasts are found.
Absolutely.
For people like you, Mark.
Yay.
And for people like the Portland Brewers Collective.
Yes.
Yeah, people like that. And all other kinds of homebrew clubs.
How about Tim Kilmeaner with his Canadian sweater
Oh,
vest?
the sweater vest.
Kimner.
Yeah.
You out
how's
there,
that guy
Tim?
doing?
Tim, you listening?
We love you, Tim.
Tim.
Yeah, we miss you.
He's a truck driver now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He's a busy
Getting
guy.
up really early.
Oh, my God. I would hate that. I'm a truck driver, too, but I don't have to get up that early.
Well, that's right. You drove by and
I honked my
tooted
horn at
your
you.
horn at me. I was
Yeah.
like, who's that?
Hey, I'm not the one to toot my own horn,
and then
but I will
a minute or
toot
two
my own
later, I get
horn.
a text. That was me honking the horn. And he's like, oh, yeah.
Ah, I got you. Yeah. But anyways, listeners, if you want to help support the show and listen to more hijinks like this, you can check us out on patreon.com/Brew Happy. And for as little as $1, you can help us pay for the bar tab and the gas that gets us to where we need to go to bring this show to you. At the $5 level, we tend to interact with you a little bit more. We'll send you some little presents from our adventures in the Brewverse, and we might even invite you to appear on the show. Maybe
So
host
it's
the
a-
show yourself.
Pay to play?
A little bit, yeah, kind of.
Well, all right, that's fair enough.
If they want to come on the show and play.
You got a nickel?
And then if you are a business or you have a business, whether it is affiliated with the brewing industry or not, maybe you just have a dry cleaning business and you just love beer, send us $25 on our subscriber platform, and yeah, we'll do a little plug for you in your business like we do for Paul Cigars and Lazy Days Brewing. Two awesome local businesses that we love to support. So if you want to help support the show, support businesses like Lazy Days Brewing with 2 awesome locations and Paul Cigars with 3 convenient locations. That's right.
New location.
New, yeah. And then one of them's new. He closed one and
Do they
opened a
have
new
any
one.
in Oregon?
There's one now.
Oh,
In
really?
Beaverton.
Beavertron.
Oh,
Beaverton? Yeah.
I did not know
But he
that.
moved from Jansen Beach up to Hazeldale.
That's right.
I didn't know about that.
He escaped.
And then he still has
Hayden
one
Island.
over on Mill Plain right next to Final Draft Tap House.
Mill Play.
All right, well, let's do a little musical commercial break and learn about some of our friends in the brewing industry. We'll be right back with some more stories from our friend Mark Gillette and F.H. Steinbart.
Yeehaw.
Cheers.
Hey, I'm Jess.
And I'm Elliot,
We're with TPK Brewing.
and you're listening to the Brew Happy Show.
Ladies love Brew Happy. How about you?
This is Terry. I'm the founder of Pink Boot Society, and I'd like to invite all the women beer professionals out there to give Pink Boot Society a chance and get yourself involved. It's a great way to support Pink Boots and women in the beer industry with scholarships. Beer's an awesome thing, and the more women we can get into it, the more we're going to party.
Hey, this is Sean from the Beer Mongers, and you're listening to the Brew Happy Show.
John, I need more beer.
The other night, I heard this. I think she fell
Yeah.
off. She lost her
Okay,
footing.
guys, thank you for tuning in to this, the longest running beer podcast, probably in the world, but at least here in the Pacific Northwest. We thank you for tuning in to us every single week. We do Mondays the right way for you, the beer enthusiast, the beer listener, the beer lover, the beer drinker, the beer brewer.
Well, we certainly don't do it the
anything in
wrong
between.
way.
And we're happy to bring you the show every single week.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Nothing.
Your mic wasn't
You don't,
on.
you don't like me interrupting you. Why would I like you interrupting me? Now you may say what you'd like to say, sir.
Who is the voice of beer?
Yeah, I think he forgot.
I didn't forget.
Yeah. There's only,
No cider for you.
There's only one sheriff in this town.
Okay, Woody.
Well, actually, we're kind of on Mark's turf here. He's the sheriff here. So
The new sheriff?
So actually, speaking of sheriffs,
Speaking of
and
town.
who is running this town? So F.H. Steinbart, we heard, was having a little bit of trouble, and now you guys are not. There's new ownership.
Let's talk about
Yes,
it.
there is.
Tell us a little bit about that. What's going on?
Well, what do you want to know? I mean, I
Everything.
don't necessarily know about trouble. It was
Okay.
You
Why,
know,
why
we-
did they sell?
Money.
Sometimes she'd want to move on.
Okay.
That was more of a moving on.
You can't do
We
something
lost,
forever.
John, who was the owner.
The owner, yeah.
And
I know the
got
son
it from his
took
father.
over. Yeah.
And his wife was the next in line, and we made a go at it. It just got to a point where she really couldn't be involved, or it was a little too much for her.
Okay.
She's getting older too, and she had some health issues, but we got to a point where we're like, okay.
If you haven't been running the store for, I don't know
Yeah.
how many decades he'd been doing it.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to just kind of step right into that role.
Oh yeah, sure.
That's some pretty big shoes to fill.
Yeah, and been running a long time. They were a little uncertain. I don't think the son was super interested in continuing. He had worked here for quite a while, and he's probably ready for taking some time off from things. So
yeah,
yeah,
he's probably spent most of his life in this store.
A good part of it.
Yeah. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Long-term, great commercial customer of ours, James Ameti.
From Perfect Pour.
Perfect Pour.
Yes.
He stepped up.
Yeah.
And decided. He talked to a lot of people. I talked to him, and he started daily. We would text, and he's like, "I'm really thinking this is a good idea." At first he was more interested in just the draft because that's what he does.
Right.
But as he talked to more people, he's like, "No, this is important. We should take it on." So, essentially, we're at this point where it's continuing.
Mm-hmm.
It's local, family owned still.
Yes.
By James. Even his young sons were in here helping me do a little work.
No kidding.
Yeah.
They're already getting involved.
Yeah, and his father
That's fantastic.
has a lot of experience in things, running businesses and
we
stuff,
know
so
he
he's been
knows
helping
his
out.
way around some draft line equipment, obviously.
Oh yeah, just a bit.
Perfect Pour used to poach my customers.
Poach your customers?
Yeah.
Did you do draft line cleaning?
Yeah, I definitely lost a few customers to them.
Well, maybe you can come work for them.
They were very aggressive about working any day or time or night. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just yeah.
He's a strong businessman, and he's grown that business over the
me
the
and
years.
another guy.
Learning from us, learning from other people in the community here.
Yeah.
Mike Moscarelli, he learned from him.
Okay.
Who used to run the draft department. In fact, he was in today, so it was nice to see him.
Oh, nice.
He's been in retirement. He was off traveling around Europe
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
We put him to work, though.
Okay.
We had a unique product to tower in here, and he was like, "What do you think, Mike?" He goes, "Just a minute, let me go walk back." And he goes in the back, looks for something, and he's fiddling. I got busy with something, so I don't know. I assume that he resolved the issue for us.
Found what he needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a cool thing about this store is if it has anything to do with homebrewing or anything related, you're probably going to find it here at the
Homebrewing,
store.
commercial brewing.
Yeah.
As I was telling someone that's in the neighborhood or across the street, the coffee shop guy asked me, what do you guys actually do there? I was like, well, home brewing, commercial brewing. The business originally started to support the tavern industry and draft beer.
That's right.
Right. So I see that as having James, Perfect Pour, a little bit of turn of to our roots.
Yeah, there's definitely some legacy stuff going on there.
And he knows about that. He's interested in continuing that.
Yeah, that's really good.
A lot of energy, a lot of ideas.
Oh, ideas.
So we'll start seeing some interesting things. They want to have more classes, which is something we haven't had, classes and lectures and more reaching out.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
100%.
Definitely. It's something we've tried to do, just haven't had the resources.
Yeah. You and I have talked about you guys doing more events and stuff.
Yeah. But with
maybe
his
on the weekends,
he's got a whole crew over at Perfect Pour. So at times we can utilize them for a little bit of like heavy lifting, warehouse. and this
or
and
just
that.
doing some weekend demos.
Yeah. Well, so that I can focus on, and some of my crew can focus on actually selling, talking to people about home brewing and fermenting and draft.
Oh, I see.
And doing demos. Yeah. So, right, for a while it was 3 or 4 of us, and we're trying to do everything around here.
I know, yeah.
Right? And that it's rough work.
It can be
What
taxing.
does Perfect Pour do as a business before?
They're draft line cleaning.
Draft line cleaning,
really,
install, and
they stepped up to this. This is quite a big step up.
Well, they get a lot of their supplies from the back
but still, I'm just saying.
He grew his business by being a customer of ours and utilizing us as a lot of his
that's a
products.
big step to
Sure.
go from that to this. This is a completely different world.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like Mark said, he was.
How old is he?
I don't know. I think he's
40s,
younger
50s?
than he's younger than me. He's in his 30s, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, that probably sounds right.
Late 30s, early 40s.
well, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good. So
I doubt he's too far into 40s, but
Yeah.
well, he's young enough so he can keep it going for a while.
yeah.
How many generations were here before? I know it was 108, but 3 generations, 4.
We probably were 3 generations if you look at John.
Okay, that's not
John
that
was my
many for
boss.
108.
No, well, John's father started working early on, and then he bought in and became an owner, and then John took it over, and then if you count, his son had been working here, and when John died, his son was still here, and we were still kind of continuing the legacy.
For about how long? Not long.
Yeah, it's been 3-ish to 4 years since John passed.
Oh, so that would be another because I've been at 54 years, my family, and I'm just a second generation.
For the cigars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting ready to pass it to the third, but
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you've been talking about that.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice to,
when the family wants to be involved in the business.
It's nice when they want to be involved.
When they want to be involved in the business, yeah, that's pretty
That's
cool.
something nice about Portland. There's a number of businesses like this that have been around, and it's one of those few places. I would say maybe West Coast that you still have businesses that are going like this. And I'm sure legacy businesses. I'm sure there are a number of them that I don't even know about, but.
Yeah, but it's probably a lot of farms do that too, though.
Yeah. It's just
just
a lot
down the
of
street is Ankeny Hardware.
Oh yeah,
they've been around a long time. And
Yeah.
I was talking to the owner there, Norm, great guy. He took me
Norm!
back. He showed me all his warehouse in the back, and I was like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not easy to be here for a long time. You gotta have something that translates decades,
Yeah.
and that's not easy.
I can translate decades.
Oh,
Ancient Sumerian, things like that.
good thing they keep drinking beer.
What?
What?
Oh, we're still talking about beer. I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about Indiana Jones. I'm here. I promise.
See what I mean?
What? That's great.
That's Dr. Jones to you.
Dr. Jones.
Just picks up anywhere. Just starts.
By the way, I opened
Starts
up.
talking.
I opened up the Brothers Cascadia Raspberry Sour Summer
nice.
Sidekick Ale. So if you want to sample that,
I do.
it is a fruity-looking bouquet
I go there a lot more frequently now.
because they're literally down the street,
Yeah, they're less than a
half
a mile. Yeah, half a mile from the store.
In the old Ivy room, is that where you're the tap room
No,
there?
not the first one. Not their first one, which
First
is up
one.
off a.
Oh,
in
okay. I haven't been
Hazeldale.
there.
Highway 99 and 99th Street.
Back in I
That's
think
the
it
old
was
one, and they have 4 food carts that rotate.
They're good. The
back in
Cajun one.
January. I went up. I met Quentin, who runs Bader Brewing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
They changed
we
the
went
name.
there, and I go, "This looks really familiar." Oh, I've been here when it was the Ivy Room with Damian.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that's
And
the one
we
on
had some
Evergreen.
good beers, good
Yeah.
good food
I guess
there.
they'll
We had a
rubber
good
it now
time.
or something. Or
No, the new Evergreen location is on Evergreen,
Got it,
downtown
okay.
Vancouver. Yes, it used to be
the
Old
new
Ivy.
Brothers Cascade.
All right.
Yeah. So that's the new location. The original location's up in Hazeldale off of
Yeah.
Highway 99.
Yeah, we've interviewed
Where
a couple
they
of
brew everything.
breweries at that location. The very first was I think it was like the second or
Hey,
third
you know
show
what
I
I
ever
love?
did, and it was Salmon Creek Brewing.
I got to tell you,
Oh,
know what I
right.
love about Brothers Cascade?
What's that?
I get industrial pricing.
Industrial pricing.
price.
Industry.
Because of industry pricing.
Industry price.
Well, yeah.
I was like, "What are you buying? Are you buying your pints in bulk or
you're-
something?"
Yeah.
No, but they're $4.50 a pint.
Yeah.
Well, you're a
$4.50 a
senior
pint.
field reporter on.
You can't beat that.
on the longest
No
running
kidding.
podcast about craft
$4.50?
beer. Yeah.
And that includes the sales tax.
Oh Lord,
Yeah.
So you're looking at what, $4.10?
Yeah. It's a pretty
I
good
only
deal.
know one place I can get a pint of beer cheaper than
But
that.
it's only because it's
in
your house?
Portland.
Yeah.
Steakadelphia.
Steak-
Get some Boneyard RPM.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
For less than $4.50.
Steakadelphia. The
I was thinking
13
of camping out
Virtues
there.
Sandwich bar.
You want a sandwich? No, I already had one, but I'll have a couple beers.
Yeah. I
I
can't believe it. And then they do also, they have happy hour extends a lot of the day.
Yeah.
And it's $5.50 then.
Oh, that's
For,
great.
for everyone else.
Yeah.
Because there's one guy that knows me, the rest don't know me.
Oh, okay.
But he's mostly there.
Yeah.
There you go.
So it's pretty cool. That's why we go up there a lot.
It's pretty good, huh?
And we take
Yeah,
the
the
little
raspberry's not
side
bad.
road, take 15th up to 99, no stoplights,
Yeah.
There you go.
no
There you
stop
go.
signs.
He's got it.
No stop signs.
He's
Yeah.
got it all figured
No,
out.
nothing.
He
We got to
does.
figure out, dude.
Yeah.
It's weird how living in Vancouver for 50 years, and I didn't have Hazelnut down.
Yeah. When John wants a beer,
surprised.
But I
don't
do
slow
now.
him down.
Yeah.
I
will
drive
find a
everywhere
way.
around there. Just
Yeah.
take every road to see the good and the bad, and go, oh, this is not the good way.
Yeah.
By the way, what's going on with the beard? I thought you were going to shave it once the store was done.
Yeah.
The store's not done.
Oh, well, what the hell?
There you go.
Have you been in the store?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
'Kay.
Ryan.
You want to see
Then
what
how
I
do
did
you know
today?
it's done?
No.
I put up a picture
Let's pick on Ryan
and
right
a
now.
door. It's not done.
Okay, fair
It
enough.
takes a lot of work.
Try the
And-
beer,
and I'm-
Damian.
I-
Wow, gosh, why are you
and
harassing
I'm
him?
do-
He does
I'm
so much
doing
work.
it. No one
Yeah.
else is doing it.
Well, see, I noticed not only
Yeah, I don't
is
see
his
you down
beard
there at the store helping him
unshaven,
out.
he hasn't even had a haircut in a while.
No.
Look at him.
Yeah.
He's all frazzled.
He was at the door. Wait, he was
know
the first
what?
one here today. He was at the door, and I thought
Who the hell
he was
is
one of the people that
that?
lived on the street
Tell
around
us
here.
homeless
Going,
guy.
He's
Guys.
what's
been there
going on in
since
there?
last
But see, I
Monday.
don't have to comb. No more combs.
Yeah, I don't comb
He's
my
looking
hair
like
either.
Einstein.
You actually look like a Fraggle.
Is that why the girls love me so much?
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, this is some
Which
reason it's
Fraggle?
working.
Oh, man.
Oh, you missed
Do
it.
they
You
run
missed
their
it.
Do they run their fingers through your hair?
No, there's these things through my hair
Okay.
and my beard.
Okay.
Rub those things on my
Yeah.
beard.
Censor.
They're going over here going, oh, that's oh,
All right.
baby.
Well,
Yeah.
it's an audio show,
Yeah.
so
Thank God.
They know me. We can go after the show here.
We can
tonight.
take
It's
care
really
of that in
close.
the editing room.
I can bring you guys in here and I can get you all going.
A couple
all right.
dollars.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I don't know what that means,
They
but
are-
Strippers. He's talking about strippers.
yes, I
Yeah.
know that part, idiot.
And
Come
we're
on.
keeping all our clothes on.
Yes,
Amazing.
preferably.
No, preferably. There's,
Yeah.
No, you'll be
It's
kicked
cold in here.
Yeah.
No,
Damien, you should try that.
You guys know about
you'd be
shrinkage?
kicked out if you.
Don't they know about that?
Yeah.
Damien,
Girls
you
don't know about
You
shrinkage.
should try the ale.
Oh, I will.
Thanks.
Hey,
Mariah was just in Connecticut this weekend.
So I just wanted to point out you have some interesting glassware here. This is
Oh,
vintage.
I have no idea where I got that.
The Cooch Select Lager glass from Old Burnside
Yeah.
Brewing.
I had this box, a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
I even tried to give them away, and some people were like, "Nah."
That's
yeah.
It's a free
That's
glass.
a Kolsch glass to me.
It's a Kolsch.
It
It's
is
a stage.
It is a Kolsch glass.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
it is.
I think I own one of those too. Or two.
You gotta have a
I have
Kolsch
2
glass.
cases of them left.
Good God.
Damn it! I forgot to
You
bring in the
do?
Kolsch
Case and a
glasses.
half.
That's right. You saw the Kolsch
Wow.
glass and the coasters. It was cool how they sort of try to do the coaster thing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll give away some more to our Patreon guests.
That's a good idea.
you should do that.
So, Mark, you talked about getting back into doing seminars and classes. What's it look like, before the end of the year? Are we going to have some things going on here at the old Steinbart?
I would say we definitely should have something going before then.
Okay.
Even in, we'll say minimum, you have Teach a Friend Day in November.
Thanks.
We'll see if we can get something. I've had some ideas of kind of turning that not necessarily just an event where people are brewing, but more of an educational weekend where I can have different kind of locations that have people talking about making beer. So I can hit people that are beginners, but also hit people that are more advanced. Kind of like the conference, which didn't have a conference this year for homebrewers. And homebrewers are always looking for
Yeah,
education
that was,
and looking for opportunities.
Yeah.
So
Bummer.
it's an idea, and I always have these grand ideas, so I have to figure out how I can make it work.
It makes sense that you would run that kind of stuff through here.
Yeah.
This is a great resource.
Yeah.
So
Well, if anything, one of the ones I've been talking the most about is I've been working with this guy, Derek, with Copper Moon stills.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys noticed that.
I did
really
see.
fancy copper
Beautiful.
still sitting in my...
Beautiful.
It's
Yeah, he hand makes
radiant.
those. Yeah.
What?
He hand
makes
builds
them.
those.
Wow.
Hand makes
He builds
them?
them himself.
Wow.
Yeah.
It looks like a miniature version of the that awesome looking one
Where's
I
the
saw
stills?
over at Freeland.
Behind you.
Behind you.
That's why I can't see it.
Yeah, thank God. If you could, I'd have a problem.
So I've given him space to advertise it, and
Okay.
so if someone comes
So
through
I can cook whiskey off of that?
yes, you can.
Yes. That's what it still does.
They get a code and they come through our store, and we've talked to them about it. Then we get a kickback on some of that.
That's
Okay.
nice.
Is it hard to make
or
whiskey?
a bit. Nah.
It's easier than beer, right?
Oh, no.
No? You would think there'd be less.
Do you know why?
Because
I
I
don't
would
know
worry
necessarily
about.
why
I would
it
say
would be
yeast would be a more problem with beer than it is with whiskey.
Do you know why though?
Because it blows up.
It's heat and pressure, but one of the biggest things is that you have to cool it down real quick.
Well, the whole distillation process, you have to ferment the product
Right.
first.
Yeah.
Then you run it through the distiller, and you got to find your cuts,
Right.
where the good stuff is, and then you got to age that. Whiskey, what is the minimum?
3 years.
Is it 3 years?
Yeah.
To
You
for
can't-
whiskey.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I've had some stuff fresh out of the bucket last week. It's
Some White
phenomenal.
Dog?
That was phenomenal.
Some White Dog.
Yes, from some
Yeah.
distilleries in Scotland.
Yeah.
I went to a festival and they had little new makes.
Oh, yeah?
I couldn't believe how good the new makes were. I'm sitting there
Some
going
of them are pretty.
But it's not fresh
Yeah.
out of the still. It's been
It's set for
it's been diluted a little bit at that point. Like it was getting ready to go into
a maturing
barrel.
state. Yeah, it's
Oh,
possible.
Yeah, I mean, there's.
or not
I don't
necessarily.
know. They're
'cause
like
it was a grain.
60-70% alcohol.
Yeah, I was
Well,
gonna
I
say it's
just-
still a high proof grain alcohol, but it's not going to be.
Like you have to
Yeah.
water it down to
Yeah.
taste it.
Yeah. No, I
It's
actually just
phenomenal,
learned
though.
something talking with Derek. We were talking about some things, and he made it clear. This like when we talk about moonshine is basically sugar wash, where we
Yeah.
use just straight sugar. It's very simple.
Okay.
Where when you're
interesting.
making whiskey, and what they call White Dog is the unaged whiskey as it came out of the still, because it's going to come out. Everything comes out clear,
Right.
Yeah.
right? The color is added by the barrel,
Yeah.
But that's made with barley
but it's made.
Yeah.
Whiskey is generally made with grains,
grains as
barley,
opposed to sugar.
or,
Because sugar was cheaper and easier to
Oh,
get.
sugar is
maybe?
easier and cheaper. Yeah.
Easier. That's why, because they just want to get hammered.
Well, yeah. You just want to get hammered.
Well, that's why some of you have. That's why this is why you have some of the best liquors in like Caribbean and Hawaiian islands, is because it's the abundance of sugar, whether it be sugar cane or fruit or things like that. Man.
That's why they make rum.
Yeah, 100%. Beautiful.
Yes.
Well, and the other thing too is this is the same thing with coffee. When the fermentation of the beans, they would eat the previously fermented bean shells and get high as a kite.
Getting high or drunk?
No, high.
They eat
What?
the shells.
Yeah,
Like what kind of high?
like super high. Like that's just a psychotrope.
Like Matthew Perry.
It's
high?
not a psychotrope.
No.
No way.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
I don't believe that.
It's pretty good.
No.
Ryan, are you
Which god?
reminiscing about your college days, or are you
No.
talking about this weekend?
No, neither.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, not to be that's we're moving on.
Okay. The cat's out of the bag.
Yeah.
There you
He's
go.
on the
I
pot.
want to understand this.
So now I want to get back to it. So you
I thought he was
have
going to educate me.
you said there was at least maybe one class before the end of the year. Hopefully.
Definitely we should.
Okay. Do you feel like that's James's?
James is going to be. They're going to be pushing me to
Okay.
get something going.
Yeah, right on.
We're only like a week and a half into the transition.
We talked about
been
it last
doing-
week, yeah.
Yeah, been doing inventory, and just trying to like bring more product in. We've had a number of out of stock things, and trying to get ourselves back into a frame because we were unsure where we were going to be.
so why order a bunch of shit, right?
Yeah, well, we were ordering very conservatively just to keep things going.
Yeah. Well, I noticed you guys got a nice rack of knowledgeable books back there behind
Nice
you.
rack.
Yes.
Oh, who's got a rack?
Ryan, John.
Rack.
Well, I'll point out right there in the How to Distill.
Yes. That's the beer.
There's like-
that's the book that John needs to take home with him.
We're really happy with that book. It was written by someone I know, a guy I know that works with Still Spirits and the Turbo 500 and stuff we've carried for a long time. Just an unbelievable book. Really lays it out, how to distill.
Ryan keeps raising his arm. Do you have a question?
No, he's stretching his arm.
Oh, okay.
I mean, when I first started here, we had all these like books that were like, it felt like they were like 70s and 60s. How to make corn whiskey and build your own still and,
Yeah.
and be secretive. This is just like, hey, this is
how
what
it's
you should
done.
do.
Yeah.
Like a homebrew book. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
This is what you do so you don't
What do I
blow
got? Like
yourself
5
up.
copies up there? We had like 20 copies a few weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
You know what it reminds me of? That you're the evolution of
He's grabbing one.
of product and information.
Yeah.
It's like the old video series of like Hi, everyone, and thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about how to brew beer. You know, like something that's just overly cheesy.
Brewing beer for dummies.
Yeah,
like that. Those
grab
yellow
your
books.
water and your grain. But now it's very intricate, and now it's betterly explained.
Thanks for explaining that, Mr. Yeasel.
Right, right, absolutely, yeah. Fermentation is caused by, but it now it's so much more.
That was actually the inspiration for Squeaky Pete.
Squeaky Pete.
Actually, I thought you were taking that off of the DNA cell from Jurassic Park.
We're probably losing the
That's what I'm
listener.
saying. Yeah, okay, yeah. But I'm going to say
the same thing.
But I'm saying now is the material, whether it be audiovisual or in literature, is so more refined to the process, and it goes much deeper than a cartoon character because they're giving. Sean just threw money at you for a distill book.
I just bought a book.
Cha-ching!
Look at that.
And you could make a sale on this show too.
After hours sales.
I just think it's fantastic.
www.fhsteinbart.com.
There you go.
Yeah.
I just like
That's
the fact
Stein,
that
Steinbart.
I just like the fact
E-I.
that the information that is available for fermentation or brewing or distilling is such a higher class, and it's more curated to making someone be a part of that community instead of just like make beer in your garage.
No, it's nice. Yeah, beer has really progressed, and it's a
gone.
very mature market, so we have a lot of books on that. But then distilling is
Which
sort
is
of on
great.
the climb.
Yeah.
And we're starting to see more people interested in it. You have
More people are licensed. More people are licensing for it.
Texas has made it legal for home distillation for a certain volume, like home brewing was like a long time ago. The whole stretch was like, you can make 100 gallons per adult in the house.
How long ago was it legal to
Not
make
that
beer
long.
here in Oregon?
Well, the national law was by Jimmy Carter in 1979. Yeah. The story I understand is that when repealing prohibition, they somehow missed something, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, regarding brewing some beer at home.
Yeah.
Because wine was okay to make.
Right.
And so there was a lot of wine making going on.
But somehow beer wasn't okay.
Yeah.
Even though.
But there were plenty of people making it, and there were plenty of people that if you're in the hobby, well-known people, like we'll just say Fred Eggart.
Yeah.
He was here in Oregon, and
It's true.
hung out with my old boss John, and teaching people how to write that. In fact, I got a couple very old copies of his books upstairs.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got a library of it's a treasure trove of just sort of a little museum almost. You mean
It's like you don't want to touch
Charlie
it. but it's like-
Papazian?
Right.
He was the book I learned from. Joy of Homebrewing, and it's
I still
couple
have my
hundred
first-
pages.
I still have my first book.
Yeah.
We actually have a copy upstairs that's literally a pamphlet that he handmade when he first started and was teaching people in his own house.
Oh, I got to see that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty. I think it's pretty interesting, and I also think that it's
Special.
Well, it also shows how far we've come. But I feel like when the guys in Kentucky who are in the backwoods still distilling out of their log cabin here, that Texas is allowing it to be happen freely in their homes, they're probably gonna be like, I can do that. But
and it's Texas, and I think it was.
there's two states, I believe.
West Virginia, maybe.
Yeah, I believe so.
So on the rights, but it's starting to find
Appalachian Mountains.
some footholds in places, and people putting it through for like a personal use.
Well, and I think that that's the same thing with like any of the people we know that do home brewing, whether they also do big batch brewing or not. Is I want a beer that I want to drink, and I want it to be in my house, and I'm going to drink it when I want to drink it, and why
you
not?
Want to be able to make it? That'd be even better.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
When I started, one of the things I got excited about all these beers that I couldn't find, so I was making whatever I could read about and trying to emulate this beer.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't get it here, and I was like, okay, I wanted to see what that tastes like. So,
Yeah.
I relied on people who told me, hey, well, this is what you do.
Yeah.
Don't do this, but do this. Yeah.
Early on, I think I made a Belgian triple.
Oh.
How'd that turn out?
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
It went down really smooth and
What's your,
high alcohol.
I was going to say, it went down quick.
what's been your favorite homebrew to make?
My favorite homebrew,
Cider.
like recipe or style.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I would say IPAs because I used to not make much of those, and then I realized I make all these crazy weird beers, but whenever I go out, I was ordering IPAs, and I was like, maybe we should make an IPA.
Right. Okay. That
Right.
makes
So
sense.
me and my buddy Tim started making some IPAs, and that's when I had started working in the homebrew shops in the industry.
Right.
So I had access to a lot of stuff and better pricing, shall we say?
Yeah.
So I made IPAs with a fuck ton of hops. Like obscene amounts. Like if you had to pay for it, you're like full price. You're like,
Right.
why am I going to waste it?
No
It's like, well,
damn way I'm doing that.
yeah. I'm talking about like you know
What?
just dry hopping
If
with
you
like half
happen
a
to know a
pound, and
buddy
then you
with,
pull
like,
that out,
a
and
half
dry
a
hop, double and triple dry hopping with a half pound of hops.
Yeah, if you have a buddy that like works at a hop field and they got like half a truck bed full of hops, I
Yeah.
mean, why
Well, why not?
why would you turn your nose up at that? I mean,
Handful.
JP used to have a hop garden in his backyard.
I remember some of those, and he gave me some of that. I thought you gave me some of that wild one you found out in Baker City area.
Oh yeah, the mystery hop.
Yeah.
Mystery hop, yeah.
Because didn't they brew some? Who's out there in God? darn
Baker City is
Really?
Barley Browns.
Barley Brown.
Mark stumped himself.
I stumped myself, and I've been through there, and I haven't stopped in yet.
Oh,
I've been there. Well, I go out to see family out in Boise, Idaho.
It's definitely.
And I really gotta like figure it's not that far
No.
from Boise on the way back, so it's like,
Yeah.
okay, do I have a couple drinks
You should.
and then start driving the rest of the way,
you
or
definitely
do I
should.
have a couple drinks and just stay in Baker City? And
It is an easy drive, but either way, it's a good choice. Baker City's a nice little town.
I could go for hanging out in Baker City.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, there's a couple of antique balls. I don't know.
Yeah,
Walk around.
some cool stuff.
Well,
to
my
do.
my buddy
Nice view.
used to be out there. A friend I made who Malter Gold Rush.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of the times through there, I stopped to see his operation. It was really cool.
Oh.
But he retired and closed the business.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, but he was making some really great malt out there, and it's sad to see him go.
Ah, yeah. It's been a lot of that. So Mark, what can we expect coming up real soon here from FH Steinbart? What is like your pet project that you think you'd really
project.
like to kick
Pet
off?
project.
Pet project.
I don't think I've settled on a pet project yet, but definitely I want to make sure I have something happening in November, which is a little far off.
Okay.
But it's Learn to Brew, and I've had, like I said earlier, I had this idea that a little bit more expansive, like education opportunities instead of just showing people how to brew.
Be a good
we'll have that,
opportunity to.
but maybe get some of the more advanced brewers I know teach other people about new techniques.
That's how it's all done.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be a good opportunity to tackle some seasonals.
Yeah.
Maybe some amber ales or some holiday festival ales.
But we have wine season and cider season, so cider's going to come in. So
Ah,
we'll see if we can.
Nobody cares about cider.
No.
Hey, where's that mute button?
Where's the mute button?
A lot of people.
Maybe we can get Reverend Nat in here to talk cider again.
Oh,
We just saw
he's-
him.
Yeah,
You just saw him.
He's running for
Yeah.
city council now.
Yeah, I know.
I just
he was
donated
he was
money.
in the other day on my day off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he contacted me. He said, "Hey, can I come in and film in your store?" And I was like, "Yeah, totally."
Oh, I thought he was in.
to be the city council too.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought he was. I thought
That's
he was coming in
cool.
for some brewing supplies.
No.
Oh, and he was
because
coming-
I
he
asked
was
him,
coming
I'm like,
in to
you
just-
making anything?
He was
He's
coming in
like,
for
no.
a little bit of commercial and,
Yeah.
and promoting him as a city
Local.
council, local business, showcasing local
Yeah.
businesses.
Nothing wrong with
He's
that.
all about that.
Yeah, he
Would
is
you,
all
would
about
you
that.
trust him more than most people?
Definitely, 100%.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
if you
like-
could, if you can trust.
I wish I
somebody-
lived in his district so I could vote for him.
I do,
but I don't.
and I
you,
and I will.
You will.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this: do you live in the city of Portland?
Yes.
So,
He lives south of here.
okay, in one of the 4 districts, right?
Okay, whatever. I
Okay.
don't, I
Yes.
don't
Well,
know.
here's
He
why
does.
that matters: because you could donate money to him, and he gets massive.
Already did.
Good. He gets massive matching. Now I donate money to.
I donated very early.
Good, because they give massive matching as long as you're in the city. I'm in Vancouver. I donate money, but I don't get matching.
Yeah. No, he reached out to me very early on, and
Good.
And I
because he gets massive matching.
I gave him some donations, and then
I
was advertising him and sharing them, and
that's fantastic.
Yeah,
yeah.
And a lot of the homebrew community, they're all friends with him and helping.
Yeah, if
you were up at the McPollender location,
yes,
we were. Yeah, and I went to one of his events.
Smoked a lot of cigars
the week before as well.
You know
he
why?
loves going to places where he can smoke a cigar. Yeah, he loves it.
Outdoors.
What?
It doesn't happen a lot. He loves being able to go places
how
he can smoke his cigars.
Yeah, the McPollanders.
At the McPollanders.
Yeah, with 10 taps in the backyard.
Yeah, this is just someone's house.
I know.
Yeah.
Oddly,
10. Is it 10 or is it more than 10?
It's 11.
No,
it's 11.
13.
You're right. It's 10 plus the one bonus one.
Yeah.
Turn it up to 11. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you got a lot of whiskey too.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. And I like how he has that whole 2-door cooler there, like a display cooler.
And he's got
all the bottles in there. There's certain certain shelves that are taped off. Do not touch.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
But there's also certain shelves. He's like, please take everything.
Please take everything. Yeah.
Like, but I've only been there once, and they were super excited that I finally made it there. But it's amazing.
Want us to buy you more?
I still was stumped by like the kind of stuff that he had still in his cellar, beer wise, cider, then whiskey and other things.
Yeah. We had a crazy Reverend Nat.
McPollanders
bourbon barrel aged cider was first ones ever.
Nice.
Yeah, he brought that out since he was there.
Do you remember the Beer Monger's anniversary cider that he made with them?
Oh yeah, I do remember. Was it the 10th show?
No,
it was part. I don't know if it was part of 10 show. It was all. It was there was like 7 or so versions.
Yeah,
that were all fermenting.
That's right.
Slightly different stuff and barrel aged, and they did a whole blending taste.
God,
and so the final blend that was, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Beer Monger's anniversary was like 3.
Yeah, that was so extensive. Wow.
But then they did on that anniversary. You could taste the one that's the anniversary, but then they did the flight of all the barrels, so you could taste what it. That was really fun.
That's a good flight.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's
bless you, John.
Bless you, JP.
That's Ryan's beer, so we can blame him.
Okay.
It's not my beer. John got it for me. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to do some news, some whiskey pairings.
And then I think that's the show.
I think that's whatever you want to call it at the end.
Yeah. Once again, I do want to give a shout out to our friends at Lazy Days Brewing. They have 2 awesome locations that you can check out, one in Beaverton and one on Flint Street, just a hop, skip, and a jump from the Rose Garden Arena where the Blazers play. Yeah, just hop on over and enjoy yourself. Cheers.
This is Michael Perozzo
and Cameron Johnson
from Vice Beer, and you're listening to the Brew Happy Show.
I'm John Paul from Paul Cigars. Everyone knows I think craft beer is awesome, but so is my huge selection of cigars. You can get all your favorite tobacco products at any one of my conveniently placed locations in Beaverton, East Vancouver, and my headquarters store on Jansen Beach. Our wide selection and helpful staff will make your visit so very satisfying. You might even want to have a beer to celebrate. So come on in and check us out. For more information, contact us at paulcigars.net.
Hi, this is the Green Goddess of Portland, here to bring interior wilding to your space. Offering local consultations, weekly plant care, pest solutions, rare plant curation and sales. This houseplant hobby has cultivated a worthy collection backed by knowledge and experience. And now I want to help you make your business beautiful. Contact Bronwyn, the Green Goddess, at greengoddessbotanic@gmail.com and Green Goddess Botanic on Instagram.
You listen to the Brew Happy Show, so do I. Do it.
This is Ben Edmonds from Breakside, and you're listening to the Brew Happy Show.
Yeah, that's right. We're back. It's good stuff. Happy to be back. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Brew Happy Show. We're going to do the news. Brought to you by newschoolbeer.com, brewpublic.com. We have the news of brews from downtown.
Your avenues.
Your avenues. Lots to talk about in the world of beer. Mayfly Taproom hosts its 4th annual Kolsch Fest.
We love them.
Taking place Friday, August 23rd through Sunday, August 25th, this coming weekend.
They're doing one too.
Yeah, Mayfly Taproom Kolsch Fest.
I guess it's everyone's making Kolsch right now.
Kolsch. Lots of Kolsch-style beers served with warm pretzel. Of course, we got 5440, Chuckanut, Dwinell, Fort George, Stormbreaker, and Van Hennian, among many others, to be in attendance. Get yourself a nice glass, a 0.3 liter glass with a hot pretzel and German mustard. And you can have the opportunity to win yourself a $10 gift card at Mayfly by correctly guessing the brewery behind their top choice.
Oh.
Friday, August 23rd from 5 to 10.
You know so great about them, don't you?
I don't.
They allow dogs.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
Woof, woof. Inside.
There you go.
We take them all the time. Burley goes there all the time.
Over the weekend, we celebrated Double Mountain's 8th year. And in Woodstock, they got you some heirloom pie. If you've never had the heirloom tomato pizza, go get yourself some now from Double Mountain Brewery and Cidery. It's delicious. Yeah, I do love that pizza. It's nice. It's delish.
I can't eat pizza anymore. It would kill me.
Well, that's too bad.
As you get older.
Bombastic Brewing enters Oregon with day one distribution out of Hayden, Idaho.
Oh, we love those guys.
Just outside of Coeur d'Alene. Has signed with day one distribution. The new agreement will bring its beers west and central Oregon. That's pretty fantastic. Get yourself some Bombastic Brewing very soon, like the Chatter Mexican-style lager with lime and salt, which is a 2024 North American Beer Awards Gold Medal winner. Portland Cider Company, Original Gold Treasure Hunt, find limited run of Gold Can. That's right, Portland Cider Company has just packaged the most awarded cider, Original Gold, in 6-pack, 12-ounce cans for the first time in the honor of its 2024 International Cider Cup trophy. 100 commemorative special edition golden cans will be randomly included into the Original Gold 6-packs for lucky cider fans to discover. Since its inception, Original Gold has earned more than a dozen gold medals in national and international cider competitions, including top prize at International Brewing and Cider Awards this past May in the United Kingdom. So when you buy yourself a box of Original Gold, look for a nice and beautifully blazing gold can. 100 in there, you might be a winner. Don't know what if you win it, but then you just get a can. It's gold. You're a winner.
I have some news.
I have 2 more pieces of news, and then you can do your news.
It's just one little tiny piece of news.
What's your tiny piece of news?
Today
is not your birthday.
Is the birthday
of my mom. Happy birthday, Mom. Love you.
Charles Franklin Culp Jr., and he is one of Portland's favorite tavern rats. We love Charles, and we wish him a happy birthday. Today is his birthday.
Who?
Charles Culp Jr.
Do I know him?
You have seen him and you have met him, yes. He hangs out often at Beer Mongers, and I actually just saw him over at the Gigantic event that I went to this weekend.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's fair.
This guy.
Here, let me see him.
Oh, the not guy who we think
I
is.
see. I saw him at the. I saw him there too at the Gigantic.
Yeah, we see him everywhere.
See him everywhere.
Yeah.
What's his name? Frank Culp or something?
Yeah, Charles.
Charles, yeah.
2 pieces of news, and then we'll be on our way with our news. Tilray Brands, who had recently had reacquired from Anheuser-Busch brands like 10 Barrel and Red Hook, have acquired some new brands. Over the last year, acquiring things like Square Mile Cider, Red Hook Brewing, and Widmer. The acquisition now of 4 more breweries, including Hop Valley Brewing from Eugene, and joining them from Molson Coors, beverage-owned companies, Terrapin Beer Company out of Athens, Georgia, Revolver Brewing out of Granbury, Texas, and Atwater Brewing out of Detroit, Michigan. The latest acquisition from Tilray Brands will now make them the 4th largest craft brewery based off of the Brewers Association definition. 4th largest craft brewery. But as a whole, their 4 brands now decline over the last 17 years, and only a bright spot of Atwater is up by 6.6%. So they're putting some more stock in, hopefully to grow the brand, hopefully to grow more beer. And if you're not a fan of some of the things like Breckenridge Brewing, 10 Barrel, or Square Mile Cider, you get your options all over the Tilray brand. Go check out some of those beers. Drink happily. And last piece of news I have for you this week, the 6th annual Brewing Bridges Collaboration Festival by the North Bank Brewers Alliance returns to the Pearson Air Museum at Fort Vancouver, September 21st from 3 to 7 p.m. This includes over 20 breweries from the Southwest Washington to collaborate exclusively with breweries from outside of the region in a showcase of beers, all debuting the day of the event. Marquee collaborators include Irrelevant Beer, Ruse Brewing, Trapdoor, Victor 23, and Wayfinder, Fortside, Little Beast, Brothers Cascadia, Living House, and Vice Beer, of course, where our friend Michael Perozzo, who is the man behind the mystique of the Zeppelin Project, as well as North Bank Brewers Alliance. These tickets will be going on sale shortly and are $49 for the tickets. An additional $20 gains you Fest Goers VIP lounge access and a food voucher. Of course, this is all at the Pearson Air Museum. Lots of delicious beers to try. Now, usually this coincides with North Bank Beer Week, and Michael Perozzo has stated that when they first started the Beer Week, it was placed in early September strategically.
Yes.
And he said we wanted to lure folks back out to pubs and tap rooms after the school year had started to avoid the typical autumn lull in foot traffic. Now, both beer climate and actual climate have changed over the last 10 years. It's sunnier more in days of September than not, and events around Fresh Hop season and Oktoberfest are more plentiful in Southwest Washington and the Portland area than they were ever before. We're just seeing this participation from breweries and tap rooms. We're not seeing it so like they were 3 or 4 years ago, so it's a little bit different. So they've decided now to, instead of it being in the first week or so of September, they're going to push it. They're going to push it.
Push it good.
North Bank Beer Week will still kick off with a 300 free.
Real good.
I'll mute you.
What?
With the first 300 T-shirts being given away to the first 300 attendees at the launch party at Three Peaks Public House. And this now, North Bank Beer Week, will begin on November 7th. November 7th, fans of North Bank Beer can also look forward to the return of the notable events like the Trapdoors Pro-Am Cornhole Tourney, the Victor 23's Paper Airplane Races, and the quintessential Beer Can Derby Races at Ben's Bottle Shop. But everyone will look forward to a new North Bank Beer Week end cap event on November 17th, as Brewing Bridges will continue as planned on September 21st. So you have some changes, but some still still familiarity with the Brewing Bridges event at the Pearson Air Museum. So that's my news.
Yeah.
Mild, your interruptions
You're
there.
sticking to it.
Oh, Mark, are you going to eat a sandwich?
A sanguish?
Cheesesteak.
Cheese
Wait,
steak.
you got that somewhere around here?
Yeah, just sitting in the back. It's probably cold.
No, it's not cold, is it?
No, it's
It is
cold.
cold.
It's cold.
Oh, it's been here forever.
Probably a couple hours.
Not forever.
Not forever.
It's not fossilized. That's forever.
It hasn't been fermenting.
2 hours is forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before we go anywhere, we have to take a little jump around the corner too.
Oh, we got to go to Whiskey Corner, and we got a good selection.
And fiddle, what's hotter than mustard and milder than cream? What best wets your whistle? What's clearer than crystal, sweeter than honey and stronger than steam? What can make the dumb talk? What can make the lame walk? What's the elixir of life and philosopher's stone? And what helped Mr. Brunel to dig the Thames Tunnel? Sure wasn't it whiskey from old Inishowen? So stick to the crater, the best thing in nature, for sinking your sorrows and raising your joys. And boys, I'd half wonder if lightning and thunder was made from the plunder of whiskey, me boys.
That's right, our friend John Paul of Paul Cigars, with 3 convenient locations, newly from Jansen Beach, now in Hazeldale. You can find more about him at paulcigars.net. He's a man of not cigars, but scotch tonight. And John?
Actually, it's not Scotch. The first one is whiskey.
Because
it's not from Scotland.
Scotch is only Scotland.
It's Scotland. This is made in the state of Washington.
Okay.
It's Westlands. And the
I
reason,
do like Westland.
Yeah, and the reason why I got this Westland, because it's their very first batch where they put it in a beer cask.
Ooh.
And
I'm wondering what you showed that to me, and I'm wondering what kind of beer was in that.
I know they don't
most of the time when
say
you put a beer in a barrel,
that-
it's going to be a stout,
whatever. No, I
or
would
something
say
strong.
it's good. I would say IPA.
It's so good.
An IPA in a in a barrel, really?
It really does
that's
work.
what I would do.
No. So Jameson did that. They did an IPA
That's what I would
edition.
do is on IPA.
Swear to God, it's
works.
delicious. Yeah.
Because the stout. So
the
this.
hops.
My wife
so,
might shoot me, but those Irish are
there you go.
crazy.
Yeah,
So
that's
this
true,
is a Westlands Cask Exploration Series. Delves into the vast possibilities of different cask finishings.
That's good.
In our unwavering commitment to capture the essence of the Pacific Northwest. Within the American single malt, every batch uniquely expresses the region's distinctive terroir and cultural tapestry.
Lewis and Clark would drink it. That's how
Yes.
good it is.
The beer cask finish.
Terror, as in like scary?
Terror, yeah. Distinctive
Terroir.
terror. I'm just saying.
Terroir.
Terroir. Oh,
Terroir.
damn it. Was terroir different than terror?
Yes.
Damn it, what's terroir?
Terroir.
Is happier?
Of the land.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
son
what
of
it
a
means.
bitch. Oh, well.
That's
You know,
why I said Lewis and Clark.
I only got a 6th grade education, so I can't help you there. So the beer cask finish celebrates the Pacific Northwest long tradition of craft brewing by integrating Saison, Stout, Scotch, Ale, and Doppelbock casks to develop a bright and crisp whiskey with malt forward flavor. So there we go.
bad, yeah.
Saison. Why Saison? Saison doesn't have enough taste.
The yeast.
Stout.
You can make a strong saison and age it in there, and maybe a sour.
Got it. So I understand the stout, I understand the Scotch ale, and I understand the Doppelbock.
Yeah.
So this is the very first batch 1. But I'm not so excited because you know how many bottles they made in batch 1?
75.
10,981 bottles.
Jesus.
So you'll be able
Wow.
to buy this for the next 20 years. I'm just telling you right now.
Ah, nice.
My question
good
is,
because they that's
where-
awesome.
I want to know where the beer came from too. What did you? It's Seattle. It's got to be. You know what? I'll probably figure that out. So here's the thing: is it just was released the other day. I ordered it and it came in today. I ordered like Friday and it came in today. So we are like really, really early.
There you go.
You guys have tried that?
It's delicious.
It is. I have to admit, it's
really
pretty
good.
for whiskey. Then I had to bring Scotch. The second thing was
Yeah,
Scotch.
so that's the Lanfroig Carchus.
Cadaris.
It's Carchus.
What? Not Cadaris?
Carchus.
Really?
Swear to God.
Really?
You know why?
Why?
Because every time you bring it to the McPolanders, Jen tells you it's Carchus.
Carchus.
It's Cadaris.
You gotta
to
get
me.
the R right.
Carchus.
Damn it.
Carchus.
When I'm over in Scotland, they don't.
Because they turn around and in Gaelic go, it's fucking American.
Okay. Okay.
It's fucking
so
American.
what that means is Lafroid Friends.
Correct.
So each year they make a different one with weird ass barrels with and this one is in a white port and Madeira. Is it Madeira a reddish thing?
Yes.
Madeira,
So it's half red and half white port. And you know what I like about this is because the casks are not overly strong, so they don't kill the peat.
You know what I mean?
Oh, nothing can kill the peat.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can kill the peat.
Peat's pretty resilient.
So you can do super peat and super sherry. My wife hates it because it wipes out the peat.
Yeah.
But she loves anything that's not killing it. Try this thing. You guys try it. If you like peat. Anyone like peat?
Not really.
Okay, how about you?
Damien,
Yes.
Damien
You
does
burnt
like,
me out on the peat.
Damien likes a little bit of peat.
I like
No,
a
don't
little bit
forget-
of peat now.
Just get away from it if you don't like the peat. Don't gonna waste the peat. How about you, Mark? Do you like the peat?
Sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
He loves peat.
Give him some peat.
Pete. He loves it, and this is a good one because it offsets.
I like peat and peat.
Yeah.
Pete and
oh,
repeat.
baby! You know what they say? You get Pete with a repeat.
Nickelodeon.
You don't have to worry
Yeah.
about getting babies.
Pete.
Yeah, buddy.
Ed and Eddie is also good.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Well, I like the Westland. That
Yeah.
was great.
You like that?
Yeah.
You guys are stupid Americans. Yeah, I can tell.
Wow.
Yeah, well.
Oh.
Tell me what. Here, I want to know
Smarter
what
than average.
cask it is. It's nice. It's one of 4 casks. Well, could you tell us which cask? I guess you know what.
Is it one of 4
One
or
of 4.
no?
Oh no, they could have put all 4 together.
It sounded like they were blending them in various ratios, and I was just doing some numbers. There definitely was a number of casks.
No,
for
every
each
batch
flavor.
uniquely expresses
To get 10,000 bottles at what is that? A 750?
10, 11.
I'm not really a math person, but I got a calculator right here.
It's true. I mean, we all carry one now
Yeah.
because we're all a bunch of nerds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Saison,
I'm looking for
stout,
the abacus
Scotch, and to develop
app.
a bright. You know what?
swear to God.
I think you're right.
I got one at home.
You know what?
Do you really?
I
Yeah.
think you're right. They put all 4 of these casks together.
Yeah. They blended.
Yeah, that makes sense. Scotch ale and Doppelbock, I understand. And the stout and the saisons because of the yeast part, I guess, right?
Well, the flavor that.
Well, there's not so much saison
Creative.
flavor, is there?
Well, no, you're not going to taste
Can
that.
you taste the
is like a-
beer cask in that?
It's
No.
like a
not
cask.
really.
No.
No, I know.
It's like a
no,
cask
I mean,
breakdown.
The best way to understand that is if they had something that was not from the cask, that is the
Oh.
same recipe in whiskey, so we'd taste it
Side by
just
side, yeah.
straight out of the regular barrel,
Right.
and then taste what would age there. That would be interesting.
Or there'll be more different casks with weird ass shit and compare all the casks together.
Weird ass shit.
I wouldn't
Always
mind
with him.
I
How
would.
about a cask that had like honeycomb cereal in the beer or something? I don't know. That's like weird ass shit, isn't it?
Okay.
It's like crazy homebrewers. Let's just pour this box of cereal in the mash and see what happens.
Stupid people.
No, that's stupid ass, not
What's that
weird
cereal
ass.
with the frog?
Weird
Smacks-
ass is when you put like sheep
Smackalicious?
guts in the barrel
Oh.
or something.
Golden smacks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that I wouldn't mind to try a previously bourbon barrel aged
Regular.
stout cask. So you made a bourbon barrel aged milk stout,
Yeah, you're not gonna taste the beer though. But if you
and
tasted
then I
this
want
without the
and then I want that beer to be removed from the cask and put whiskey in that bourbon barrel aged milk stout cask. That's where you would start to get complexity because you're gonna get bourbon, but then you're gonna get the all the stuff from the beer also in there. That'd be yummy.
Now I do have other whiskeys that do.
Am I wrong?
No.
Okay.
That do stout.
Thanks for agreeing with me silently.
Stout's sort of one of the more common beers they would ever use.
Yeah, of course.
Right,
Yeah.
and I have some that have just a stout thing. These guys sort of try to go nuts and do a 4 thing. I want to know what brewery it came from.
Probably more than one.
No.
We can
Why
probably
would
find out
it be
on the
more than one?
website.
Why would it be more than one?
Why wouldn't it be?
Because you have to deal with more people. It's more difficult.
That's not.
I don't know if you ever dealt with business. It's easier to deal with one person than
Yeah,
4.
but
More better.
But you also might have the
Bitter?
opportunity to have different.
Did you like the peat?
Yes.
Yes, I know. It's good peat, isn't it? With the little white port thing going. Oh, my God. My wife's going to love this one.
Has she not had it yet?
No.
You just
It's
brought it
brand
in.
new. I just opened it here.
Sorry, Sue.
And she hasn't had this either. She knows that she'll finish them off when I take them home.
oh.
Not tonight.
Not
Well, if you guys don't want the Westland,
few weeks.
I'll give it a home.
Yeah, of course you would.
Of course you would. No,
Why?
sorry. I'll get you a regular. This is special Weston. I'll get you a regular Weston. Regular Weston is cheaper than the special Weston. I ordered this actually
like
from
it.
Weston though.
Okay.
Do you really?
Yeah,
From Westland?
yeah. Because I'm in the state.
Yeah.
And they could ship in the state. They can't ship outside the state.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's why I got the first day it was available. So I've been looking for it at the. It's gonna hit the.
Of course it will.
It'll hit the liquor stores, no problem. I've been waiting for that. But
For
I
10,000 barrels or 10,000.
10,961. They're going to have this for the rest of it. Don't save it and think it's going to be worth more money later.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
There you go.
There we go. Well, Pete's saying it's time to go home.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's getting pretty dark out, and I think Mark has to open the store again.
Dark
tomorrow,
out.
so.
You know, if it was freaking November, it'd be dark for the last 4 hours.
Well, it's not that time yet.
It's getting close.
In fact, in the middle of
weatherman over
winter,
here.
we come to the show 3 hours after it's dark.
What the hell?
So don't give me the dark thing.
Okay.
That's why we have
He's
headlights.
been around a long goddamn time.
We use headlights.
Yeah, John's been around since before daylight savings was even a thing.
No, sorry. I'm not that old.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you and Benjamin Franklin made
I'm
it up.
not that old, dude.
Yeah. You do look a little older with the scruff.
Oh, don't I?
Yeah.
You know, it's great because all my customers are going like, what the hell happened?
Are you going through a divorce?
I'm tired.
Are you okay?
Although when I talked to John the last time about it, he goes, every time I build a store, I usually just do this.
Yeah.
I go, when's the last time you built a store? He goes,
No, it was 8 years ago.
I was like, a little over 8 years ago. And I was
before it was 15
like,
then.
and I said, well, I didn't know you then, I guess.
Right. And 15 before that. And yeah, it doesn't happen frequently. Only my 7th store.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what, though? So right across from Ben's Bottle Shop, you know what they have now?
What?
They opened a Baskin-Robbins little ice cream store.
Oh, that's perfect. Beer and ice cream. They go great
I
together.
love ice cream. I used to own a Baskin-Robbins.
Oh, that's right. I remember you told me that.
It was at the exit of the merry-go-round at Jansen Beach Mall.
Oh.
It made a fortune, I'm telling you. And I just love
You know why? Because people love ice cream.
I love ice cream.
Cha-ching.
Why'd you stop?
Because they tore down the mall. And there was no merry-go-round.
Yeah.
But, you know, if I ever had, I would never, there's only one other business I would ever own in my life.
Ice cream?
Be ice cream. You know why?
Because it's tasty?
Sort of simple.
It's real
Just
simple.
saying, it's not real complicated.
Yeah.
Well, it's also not complicated to make flavors of ice cream.
Well, you buy it from them. They do their thing.
But you know what I mean, though?
Yeah. But,
can
like,
make it yourself.
literally, it's just not a lot of inventory. It's not that difficult.
No.
You know, it's just, yeah.
Everyone likes a scoop.
Oh, and I'll eat whatever's left over.
There's
so.
there's a ice cream shop in Long Beach, Washington.
Oh.
That is
I remember that.
Is my favorite.
Yes.
It's called Scoops. It's
Yes.
amazing.
I know what you're talking about.
it's
Oh,
good.
I love ice
Yeah,
cream
it's good.
stores.
Okay.
Oh my God.
What is the ice cream place here? Salt and Straw?
So good
Yes.
on the waterfront.
Well,
Vancouver
because
waterfront.
they do weird ass flavors.
Portland and Vancouver.
Vancouver.
waterfront.
We sell them ingredients.
Yeah. Do you really?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Look
It's
at that.
amazing.
There's a
So
tie into beer.
hops,
There we go.
and we can-
Malt extract.
Thank you. I've been waiting for 20 minutes for a tie-in to beer. Like, why
no,
are we
no,
talking
really.
about ice cream? Come on.
No, no.
Well, that's why you invite me on, right?
Thank
So
you.
malt extract into ice cream.
Mark, to save the day.
Yeah.
What ice creams?
A lot of them, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's fermented? No.
No.
they're
no.
making like beer flavored.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're
okay.
making- yeah.
Okay.
Well, they did that.
It's not baseball nut or chocolate fudge. You're telling me?
No. They did the
Okay.
collaboration
Fudge
series.
brownie.
They just did this collaboration series like 2
Oh,
months
with a
ago.
bunch of beers?
Yeah, Breakside had a beer.
That's
they made
cool.
the ice cream that goes along with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather have fudge brownie.
that's true too. All right,
Well,
we're done.
I love fudge
Rocky
brownies.
Road.
I'm probably going to
No,
go
no.
home and have
so fudge
have
brownie
one.
is about 3 times the flavor of Rocky Road and turns to the chocolate
No.
part.
Oh,
Yes,
my
it's
God.
so smooth. Oh,
Chocolate
my
and peanut
God.
butter.
Oh.
we are.
All right. Well, we
we're
are
thankful for
Baseball
Mark
nut.
Gillette.
You know, favorite, best one ever? Love Potion.
Jesus, John.
Love Potion is
All right.
it's vanilla with raspberry swirl and chocolate covered raspberry knots. It's the greatest thing ever. And you know what? It used to be only for Valentine's Day. Now you can get it year round. Love Potion. Love Potion.
Tillamook,
ice cream. Love
Marion.
Potion.
You're just a
Berry pie.
fountain of information right here at the tail
Well,
end.
I
I'm not
used to
gonna lie
own
to
a
you, though.
freaking Baskin-Robbins.
That is probably one of my
You
favorite
know what?
ones.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
And you know what you do? I'm not going to lie to
Marion
you.
Berry.
And it's very
Tillamook.
limited.
You know what
Yes.
you do? Is you put a little bit of Sprite in there.
What? You make a float out of it?
That's
Oh
not
no.
good.
But Sprite.
No, I love the Marion Berry. I agree. That's one of the best
Tillamook
ones ever.
Marion Berry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Anyway,
limited.
we gotta go home.
Yeah,
we
we
gotta
gotta-
get Mark home.
We got to let Mark finish his sandwich and close up the store.
Okay.
No, wait. Aren't we gonna all party down at Beer Muggers?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm down for some beer mongers.
Of course you are.
All right.
Let's get out of here though.
Yeah,
but,
why not?
But seriously,
Yeah.
on a quick serious note,
They like whiskey down there too.
Mark, I did want to say I know you've been going through some stuff, and I just wanted to ask if it would be all right if we dedicated tonight's show
Sure.
to Gregory Hanlon.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he'd like that.
Oh,
and, yeah. I'm sorry he's no longer with us.
Yeah.
To absent friends.
Yeah. Ding ding.
Yeah. Not to end the show on a somber note, but we celebrate the friendships that we have and that we've had on this show, and we love everybody. So raise a glass to someone that's not sitting next to you tonight, beer fans, and come on down to FH Steinbart and get yourself some homebrewing supplies so you can make your next cider, wine, beer,
Cheese.
whiskey, gin, or cheese even. So they'll be doing some more classes coming up. And
how about some fermented like meats, like salami and stuff? I've been trying to get that going.
oh my God.
Ooh.
See these. So FH Steinbart's has all kinds of cool stuff going on, guys. Just check them out at their website.
FHSteinbart.com.
That's right. That's with an E-I, not an I-E.
You could have wrote that yourself.
And as always, beer fans, I don't just like you, I love you, and I want to have a beer with you right here at FH Steinbart. Cheers. Keep brewing. Brew happy. Cheers.
Now my beer tastes like scotch.
Oh, well, you're not supposed to mix this.
It also tastes like
Philly
cheesesteak.
cheese stuff?
This production is brought to you by Brew Happy Media, the ultimate brewers media resource. For more information, go to thebrewhappyshow.com and brewhappypodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at Brew Happy. For more cigar pairings, please check out our sponsor, paulcigars.net. Questions, concerns, advertising, or guest relations, please reach us at brewhappypdx@gmail.com. Remember, brew happy, drink responsibly.
Right? Don't you want
Cheers.
to know? Is that what this motion is? No, I was trying to wipe this up.
Quit trying to jerk me off, John. Let's go.
John, I need more beer.
John,